Hundreds of Presbyterian churches across the country now face a choice they have not had to before, whether to ordain gay and lesbian ministers. Churches here in the Bay Area are facing that very question tonight. Our Allison Morrow shows us how some plan to answer it.
It's known as Amendment 10A. Before it, the Book of Order for the Presbyterian Church USA held ordained ministers to, quote, fidelity in marriage between a man or a woman and chastity in singleness. Now it will require ministers to more generally submit joyfully to the lordship of Jesus Christ, allowing someone who is openly gay or lesbian to be ordained in the PCUSA.
I wouldn't try to say there's one universal reaction. I think it's across a whole spectrum, and it depends on which church you're talking to and which pastor you're talking to.
Mary McKee heads the Presbyterian of Tampa Bay, which voted 120 to 91 against the amendment. But of the 73 churches and 20,000 some members, opinions range. And so will the choice of what to do, because each church will get to decide for itself.
My fear is that some conservatives will say, this is a line in the sand that's been crossed.
Reverend Mike Loudon, the head of First Presbyterian Lakeland, plans to stay in the denomination. And though he says he welcomes all people to his church, they will not ordain practicing gay and lesbian ministers, citing biblical morality.
This whole issue is not really talked about a great deal in the Bible, but when it is usually viewed, is always viewed, as a sin.
But for many churches, the path ahead is still unclear. Paul Messia Presbyterian in South Tampa continues to hold meetings to discuss the issue, and like the denomination itself, is hoping to move forward together.
How do we continue to listen? How do we continue to love each other? How do we continue to walk with each other so that we can hear what God is calling us to do?
If the Presbyterian Church General Assembly ratifies Amendment 10A, it will be official in June.